Would you rather give up social media for a month or give up TV and movies for a month?
Probably social media.
I'm social media all the way. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, that one's not a shocker on your part.
Shocker. Not.
Shocker.
All right, welcome to Second Saturday, the podcast where every Sunday feels like a Saturday.
This is episode 5, and I'm Ainsley.
And I'm Jan.
And someone needs to turn our phone off over there. I can hear it dinging.
I know I
can hear it dinging.
It.
Anyways,
what are
we're talking about
today,
golf
Ainsley?
today. Golf.
Talking about golf.
Our favorite pastime, sport, hobby, drinking activity, everything and more.
Yeah. I might be like 7 or 8 or maybe even more 2-bite brownies deep into the day. So I am like wired right now.
I just woke up from a nap, so
okay,
I'm getting
so
there.
Like we'll even out my and you're like, it'll even out tonight. I promise. I swear to God.
It will even out.
Today it'll do it.
We got this.
Like it's a lot. It's a lot for me right now. Maybe it's like cocoa too, and not just the maybe it's like chocolate. Like, you know how we talked about how it's like sugar?
Yeah.
But I don't know. It was chocolate this time, and it was amazing.
We are.
I know. I'm amped. Like I'm amped hard today. Anyway,
I can see it in your eyes.
I know.
Craziness.
All right. So, would you rather? I thought long and hard about this one today too. What about you?
Well, I'd rather live without social media. I feel like I love, like, when I come home, if I have nothing to do or I just want to relax, like, I want to watch a TV show, whereas I'd rather do that than like scroll on social media. And so I think I'd have an easier time. It was only for a month though as well, but
yeah,
I just don't think I do enough on social media for it to impact my life that much.
Like, seriously, I'm on like 2 platforms. And so like, how's that? And honest to God, like when we had the lodge, we would go for almost the whole summer without social media. Yep. We did have like satellite internet, but it was only turned on when the solar power was on. So we didn't live and die. And we very seldom were on any type of social media when it came to the lodge. So we're used to it.
If we had internet, then I was like on YouTube or Netflix watching something. Like I wasn't very often on a social media platform. And like nowadays I find that there are certain social media platforms.
Platform though? Like, is YouTube a social media platform?
Well, I guess so.
Because I probably 90% of my any type of viewing is YouTube nowadays. Like that's my
I mean, I think it is, but I could survive without it, but it's probably one of my favorite things. I don't know. That's like a in-between category. Like I think of social media and I'll either think of like Instagram and TikTok where you kind of just scroll mindlessly, and even like Snapchat and things like that. But like some of those apps anyways, like me right now in the last little bit, I just feel like it's a chore to have to go on them and like respond to people and interact with things. I'm just like, do I really have to do this? So I don't know. I think I'd have a much easier time to live without it and live with TV shows and movies.
Oh, and I 100% agree. I would totally give up social media. Listen, I grew up in the 90s where we didn't even have social media at that time. So listen, I can do that just fine. And I'm obsessed with the Real Housewives of everything. Like everything. So there's no way I'm giving up New Jersey, Orange County. My newest favorite is the new Real Housewives of Dubai. Oh, those women, love them. Stellar, love them. And like all those reality shows, cannot give them up. That's what I watch if I'm not watching YouTube. I love all of the below deck stuff. So like I just want to watch other people's drama. Because then it's just like, I'm not doing too bad. If you people all have this much drama right now, I'm doing just fine. Just fine. So,
but they're also making a lot of money with their drama. So
I know, but you know what? I don't think I'd want to make that money with the drama.
No,
I really
it wouldn't
don't.
be enjoyable.
I think I would rather just watch them and be like, yeah, I'm doing okay, and forgo that money that they're banking. doing those shows, but I love to watch them. So please keep having the drama. Please keep playing the shows because I would not want to give that up. Absolutely not for a month, not even a month. No, I want it.
No, you need that.
I do. So, anyways, tell us what your choice is. Would you rather give up social media for a month, or would you rather give up TV and movies for a month? Throw it in the comments. Let us know because we're always looking at them. So, and we'd love to see what your choice would be.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay, Ainsley, we have to talk about you leaving. Ainsley and I have already had this conversation, but I feel like I need to bring it up to the masses.
No, I don't think we need to. I think it's okay.
No, we're going to. Oh,
no, we're going to. No, I don't think they need to hear it.
We're going to talk about Ainsley's room after she left to go to college. So I had let it sit for a couple of weeks because I was busy doing other stuff. I had, golf and other things on the go. Work was really, really busy. So I was like, I'm not even going to go and look in her room and deal with that. So anyway, I was trying to organize the room that I normally exercise in, and in Ainsley's room, it just had plywood floors, so we were going to lay carpet tiles down this year, which never happened really in the summertime. So the rest of the carpet tiles were sitting in the area that I try to exercise in. I'm like, okay, this has got to go. Let me finish this up, blah, blah, blah. I go up into Ainsley's room, and you want to talk slovenly.
Okay.
Slovenly, Ainsley. Slovenly.
It wasn't. Well, okay, to be fair, I chose to go golfing with my father for like the 3 days leading up to me leaving, which left me no time to do that. Like I remember I was in the middle of packing.
You've known for months the day you're leaving.
Yeah, I know. But like...
You're also in your early 20s.
Well...
And so I feel like... So anyway, so I'm up there and... Ainsley has some of the carpet tiles put down,
yes,
but only in the path areas that she walks on. So it's like not quite. And I was like, oh my God. And then
my dad was supposed to help me with my carpet tiles to cut them. And that never happened. So I only had half of them down.
I literally did them in an hour, Ainsley. I got that entire, so I got the entire room.
I was nervous. I didn't know how to cut them.
It's not rocket science. I can't even for a person that can figure out so many other things. Anyways, and it was absolutely disheveled. Like it was like she had to leave because a tsunami was coming. It was like an immediate evacuation. And I'm like, oh heck no. So that's fine.
Pretty bad.
So I'm cleaning up her room and I'm rearranging some furniture so that if we need to use it for a spare room, we can. Because Ainsley likes to have it set up different when she's home, which is fine. And so anyways, that's fine. And I'm moving some things. This is a couple of weeks after she's left, I found a bowl. I found a half pop. Okay, a pop with half the amount of liquid in it. And I'm like, what?
No. She keeps telling people I left a can of pop in my bedroom, which in theory... or I don't know, I did, but there was no pop in it. I had taken the can and put it in a bowl because I got a piece of a mosquito coil one day because the absurd amount of bugs in my room was like, it made me want to throw up. Like it was so gross. And so I lit the mosquito coil on the can and then I just kind of put it into the can, but I didn't know how to put it out. So I put water in it and then I forgot about it. It was on my list. I can remember it sitting there, and I was like, "Yeah, I need to take this down with me." Like I can remember telling myself that. I can. I remember telling myself. I remember looking at it like, "Hey, this bowl needs to come down with me before blah blah blah," and then I just got lost doing something else and forgot about it. But I will say, it was on my list.
Okay, fair enough. Well, I went to move a piece of furniture that the can was on, and the can spilt, and then all this green liquid comes out of this and runs down the wall, and I lost my mind. The F-bombs were flying. I was like, that's it. Like, this can't happen. Anyways, I lost my mind for a short, small minute. I got the carpet tiles redone, and I have decided that next year, if you come home for the summer, I am going to take a photo of the room before you get there, and I'm going to give you that photo and be like, okay, when you move out, the room must look like this. So anyway, it's almost there. I just gotta wash your bedding, put it back on, and it's good to go.
Not my finest moment.
It wasn't your finest moment. So yeah. So anyways,
I'm just a baby.
Just a baby.
I'm just a
Just a
baby.
baby. Anyways, yes,
I was
my
trying to
lovely
have
daughter.
quality father-daughter time
Oh
instead.
yeah, played at the heartstrings. I get it. I get it. I get it.
I did
So
though. I
anyways,
went and golfed with dad instead.
and I
I
walked up there and
felt
went,
I felt that was more important.
it was. Oh, 100%. Like,
Uh-huh.
listen,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I will
Uh-huh.
forgo cleaning my kitchen or doing laundry if I have a chance to do something with my family every time because it's always going to be there. It's never not going to be there. So,
Yeah.
um, fortunately for you, I'm there to make sure everything's clean and tidy and all that good stuff. So,
Yeah. That's what
anyways, it's
moms are
okay.
for.
Right? That's what moms are for. I
Yeah.
agree.
And
All
she
right, Ainsley,
can't
we're
she
talking.
can't beat me too bad because now I'm far away.
I know, and I really miss you right now. I'm really missing you
Yeah.
right now because you know what, our Canadian Thanksgiving is coming up in a couple of weeks' time, and I've already bought Tom Turkey and Harry Ham, so we renamed them. But Ainsley doesn't come home for Thanksgiving because it's just too far of a distance. So I'm already kind of pre missing you a little bit. Not gonna lie,
Yeah.
pre
I'm
missing you.
missing the turkey. My family here, I love you guys, but I need a turkey, okay?
I need a turkey.
I need a turkey, okay? I need a turkey on Thanksgiving. I need a turkey on Christmas. Like I love turkey dinner, and I have yet to see a turkey on one of their tables.
Right? Okay. Well, we're throwing it out to our family in Ontario. Whoever's hosting
Gobble
Ainsley for
gobble.
Thanksgiving, pitter patter, get her done. Go buy that bird.
Yeah. Give me my turkey and
Give
my
her the turkey,
stuffing.
man.
Like I need it, okay?
You need it.
I
Yeah.
can't not have it. I was here I had like 3 holidays in a row a couple years ago where I didn't have a turkey because I was here for Thanksgiving and then you guys came here for Christmas. So I was
Mm-hmm.
here for Christmas, no turkey. We had ribs. And then I was here again for Thanksgiving the year after that. And so then when I finally went home last year for Christmas, I remember being like, I need a turkey. Like, I don't care what you want to cook. I need a turkey.
I did. I found the biggest turkey I could
Yep.
find, and I cooked that bugger. And
Oh,
we had a lot of people over for like an extended friends family, like their friends, but their family. We had a pretty big crew last year, but it was
we
nice.
did.
So I did the full pull for
Yeah.
Ainsley,
I
full
needed
pull.
a turkey. Like,
Well, we're doing it again because my dad
good.
loves turkey and I love turkey, and so and I mean
It's
everybody
so
else loves
good.
turkey, but it's all good. Anyways,
Yeah.
yeah. So there you have it. Let's talk about golf. Golf this
Golf,
summer,
golf, golf,
man.
golf, golf,
Summer golf,
go
summer
golf.
golf.
I miss golf.
Um, so it just ended here. We were at the end. We're at the end of October or September, and it just closed up. So my husband and I we went out and did a couple of rounds the last couple of days before it closed up because we had beautiful, beautiful weather. And then literally the very beginning of the next month, it's like almost snowing here. The beginning of October, it is cold. So it was just because it was so nice in September, it was the nicest the course has been all year long. It was so
Yeah.
lush, so green. The greens themselves were absolutely pristine. It was crazy. So it was good, nice to golf, but that's
Yeah, I've only gone golfing once since I have been here. I was supposed to go a few times, but it never worked out. And the one time I went, I was extremely ill and golfed horribly. But that's okay. Maybe I might be able to squeeze one more round in before things start to shut down here, but we'll see if that happens.
Yeah. See, you still
But
have golf. Mine's
yeah, I
over.
still have golf
So
for another month.
mine's over. Yeah. So we have put our two golf carts to bed for the
So
season,
sad.
which I'm sad. I'm
But
sad.
we had a good summer of
We
golf.
had a good summer. We started off the season. Actually, me and three of my girlfriends, we went down to southern Manitoba and we did a girls' golf trip. Ainsley did come in and join us partway through it.
Hmm.
So yeah, so we went and we did. What did we do? One, two, three, maybe four courses, three courses, and we did one twice. So yeah, so we went down to southern Manitoba, and listen, my girlfriends, they are really good golfers. I'd say overall we're probably like slightly above average. Like our I don't think that all of our handicaps are too terribly like high for what the average is. Like I mean, we're
No, you're all
probably
pretty good.
they're probably I am just slightly over bogey golf. They would definitely probably be under bogey golf. So we're pretty competent, like, and we golf all the time.
Yeah.
So we went to the first place we went to this year, we went to this pro shop and we walk in middle of and this is like on a Thursday or something like that. So we're all in our golf attire and the guy just looks at us and he looks at the four of us ladies. He's like, well, I can give you your green fees, but this is a really hard course. And we're like, okay, like the one that we have at home. Yeah, and I bet he's like, but it's a really hard course. And I bet he reiterated that 7 or 8 times. We were scheduled to play 18 rounds that day there. We had cart rentals. We ate lunch there. We drank beverages there. And this guy's just like, I don't know, ladies. This is really hard. And we're like, dude, just let us pay. We're good. Like we were so put back by the sentiment that this guy gave us. I don't know if I'll go back. It was a lovely course, but I just, that kind of, but anyways, we had a great time golfing. There was one hole where they were doing construction. So there was a gentleman out on the course doing construction, and where he had a tractor and he had a screen behind it. And so we had to hit up. It was a pretty long hole, and my one girlfriend, who was like super strong, so she was like probably 40, 50 yards behind this person doing his construction, not even in the direct line of where she was trying to hit. She smoked that ball so hard, and it smoked that screen. That poor man, he jumped up, and goodness. We all just freaked out. I literally almost fell out of the car. I laughed so hard. I was like, oh my God. And we're all like, oh, and he's like, that's okay. That's what the screen's there for. And anyways, we had a lot of fun that day. And then the second day, was it the second day you came, Ainsley?
Yeah, you guys golfed on the Friday.
Yeah.
And then I came Saturday morning.
Right. And so Saturday morning we came, and we had a really nice little par 3, a 9-hole course.
Yeah, and you and I had golfed it before.
We had golfed it before. Yes, the year before we went down to Pink.
Yeah.
But we got there a bit early, so we were kind of waiting to have our cart rental. It was a really busy weekend. And what did we discover at the golf course?
They had mimosas going on.
Mimosas.
And so we all got some mimosas, went and sat outside, and I discovered just how wonderful a mimosa is.
Ainsley loves mimosas.
I love mimosas. I don't know what it was. It was so good. I slurped it down, and then we got second ones. Well, some of us did. Some of the girls got
something different,
coffee or something like that. But I had another mimosa.
Coffee was first thing in the morning, but I think we.
Well, I think they had like coffee and Baileys, maybe.
Oh, okay.
But they needed like the caffeine. But I had mimosas, and so we were sitting there.
I think you drank some of theirs too.
Well, I don't know, but we finally got our carts, and so because I was like, they had made all their tea times before their trip, and I just kind of joined them. Like, we didn't know I was going to be joining them. So we only had 2 carts, and there was 5 of us. So I had a little pull cart, and I was like sitting in a cart, dragging my pull cart. And so as we were like waiting around for the first tee, because we'd taken our mimosas and put them in to-go cups, or got them to go, one of the two.
We did.
And so I was drinking mine, and I was like, oh, these are so good. And then we got
Bear in mind, it's 10 o'clock in the morning. We've had 0 food, and we've just downed like 3 mimosas each.
Because I had came that morning. So I came from Winnipeg that morning. So I had nothing. Like, I got up, drove there, changed, and we were on the golf course.
And we were all wearing matching shirts. Man, we looked like a team. We looked fine. We were so good.
We were one set of pro mimosa drinkers.
We were pro mimosas. And of course, the very first tee is right. And trust me, we were sitting on a nice deck. It was sunny out. We almost didn't even care if we golfed at that point.
I would have sat there all day and drank them. Oh, I was ready.
I would have sat and heckled the first tee box all day long. Because, I mean, you're trying to tee off and everybody's looking at you. And thank goodness, I think all 5 of us had good quality tee shots right off the hop. And we were just like, oh, thank God.
But, the mimosas were so good. But we started playing, and it was either still on the first hole or the second hole. But I had finished my mimosa before we even started. I had slurped that down. And I ran over, because I was like playing teams, so I was kind of flip-flopping between teams. So I was flip-flopping between carts. And I ran over to the cart Mom was in. And I didn't even take her cup out of the cup holder. I just put my head down and slurped up her whole mimosa.
She drank the whole thing. I'm like,
I just drank it, and I was like, yeah, buddy. So I was feeling no pain right out the gate.
And you golfed really well that day. Like, we had a lot of fun.
Good.
We golfed really well that day. We had a blast. It's the cutest little course. 100% will be back again. Because it was just so much fun. We'll have to bring dad and our son and the 4 of us should go, because it was a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun. But man, those mimosas. Oh, I could go for one right now. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Now, were you with us when we went on the golf course and the people like just came out of the
Yes.
bush?
That
Like,
was
yes,
it was the same day because we played a second course in the afternoon.
second course in the
And that one
afternoon.
wasn't as busy because they had just finished a tournament.
That's
And
right.
so it was easier for me to get on. But we walked. Did we drive that one or walk it?
No,
I
we
think
drove
we.
it because there was such a great distance between tee boxes.
Oh right, but
Like
we
you'd
but
have to
we all
drive
had
like
carts.
hundreds of yards. So we all had carts.
Yeah.
But so and it this golf course, it follows a little ravine of water that
Mhm.
people apparently tube down all the time in the summer. So here we are minding our business on this one fairway, and we're like maybe 100 yards up to the green. We're all like chipping at
Yep.
this point, and all of a sudden, like it's in the middle of nowhere. Like there's not even a road around. All of a sudden, two people, a man and a woman, come out in their bathing suits, and they've got
A
a
paddle.
cooler and some type of raft that
Yeah.
they had done up, and they came up behind us. And I'm like, what the heck
And
is
they just
going
walked
on? And
across. They didn't look at us. They didn't say anything
no,
to us.
they
They
just
just walked
walked
right
across
across
the
through the
fairway,
fairway into the bush on the other side.
and it was just like we were like, well, that's weird. Like
It
just
was so bizarre. I don't even think we saw any animals, but
we did.
just
We saw
oh
a deer earlier, so you
oh
kind of
right.
expect to see a deer come out of the woods, but not just
Yeah,
two random
but yeah,
people.
just two people. They just came out, walked across,
So bizarre.
went back in, and that was the end of it. Like had
Oh
never.
my
It was
gosh,
it was the one of the weirdest. That was
it was
probably one
really
of the weirdest
bizarre.
things I've ever seen on a golf course. Like it was
Listen, I'll
just
go
so
back again
bizarre.
because you never know what you're gonna get. Like they've
Oh
set the
yeah,
precedence now.
oh yeah,
I can't wait to see what's next. That would be awesome.
oh goodness.
Oh
But
shoot,
overall, it was fun.
it was really fun. We'll definitely do another girls trip again.
Yep.
No doubt. I think that's the start of an annual thing right
Oh yeah.
there.
There's a
And
lot. Hey, if there's mimosas, I'll be there.
oh my gosh, we and see
Yeah.
mimosa after that. Mimosas carried into pool when
Yep.
we were swimming in the pool.
Yeah. We had mimosas for my birthday weekend.
We did.
Mimosas were involved when we had a good pool day. Um,
Yes,
Mimosas everywhere. So good.
mimosas everywhere.
So good.
Yeah, I love them. Love them.
Oh,
So then later on in the year, we did the ladies tournament at our home
yep.
club. So that was really really fun, and it was a nice day out. I think we had a good day. I actually wanted to like seriously golf, so I kind of like forewent. We had mimosas that
We
morning
did.
too.
They had
They
a
had called
mimosa
some in.
bar because
They
one
had
of
a
the girls
mimosa
on our
bar.
girls' trip was like, I'm going to create a
She
mimosa
sponsored
bar
it.
for the ladies' tournament. And
I
guess
feel
what?
like mimosas
It was
is the
just
theme.
like a little, those like little plastic cups you get, like almost a
Yeah,
little mini wine glass that you
the
get
ones you
at
get at
like
weddings.
events.
Hmm.
So everyone got one of those. And then we went to go out and there was extra ones there. And I think I took about two or three of them with me. I was
I
like, I'm
took
drinking
one too.
these. I was like,
I know.
no one else is drinking them. I'm drinking them. Like,
It's
it
so
was
good.
basically a shot of mimosa. I was like, no, I need that.
Yeah. So that was a lot of fun. So we did that one. Now that was 18. It was an 18-hole tournament, which was fun.
Yes.
I was golfing really well up until the ninth hole. So the ninth hole at our club, it's on a nice big hill, and it goes way way down. So your tee off, like you're probably like the grade on the slope to drive down it is like
Yeah.
probably like a 40 degree. Like it's quite a long. So you're hitting quite high off,
And there's a
and
pond and tree. Like there's a very narrow
plenty.
gap for
Yeah.
you to get through if you hit it that far. And it's always a
Hmm.
struggle. Like, do I hit my driver? Do I go for it?
Yeah.
Or do you just
Yeah.
lay up?
Yeah.
So that's always like an internal battle that you have with
It is.
yourself.
And we'd both been golfing really, really well, which is good. So I go and I tee up on this ninth hole. And so I've got my driver out and I wind up and I hit it, and that sucker goes right off the toe of my club and straight 90 degrees, right in the bush.
Yep.
I was like, oh, I'm like, oh, okay. We all kind of laughed about it, and we're like, well, that was weird. So that's fine. So then I thought, well, maybe I won't use my driver. So I went and I found like, I don't know, like a fairway wood or something like that. Okay. So I re-tee up. So now I'm three off the tee, totally new club, re-tee up, swing that sucker. And I must have hit it off the toe again. Shoo!
Sure.
Right 90 degrees again in the exact same spot as my first
Exact same
ball. And we
spot.
were like, oh my God. And I'm like, no, I was having such a good round. So I'm like, okay, fine. I'm just going to get an iron. I'm going to get my 6-iron and I'm just going to have a nice, easy shot. Be good. So I go back to my bag and I get my 6-iron and I re-tee up my ball a lot lower this time because it's an iron. So then that's fine. So I reset up and I swing and I hit that 6-iron, and guess where that ball went?
Zoom.
Shoo! 90 degrees again. I had 3 balls into the bush right off the tee. I was like, oh
It
my
was it
God.
was crazy too because she did
It was,
walk away and she changed her clubs and it
yeah,
was just like, how is she hitting this? And you weren't even like in your head really about
no,
towing it. Like you're like, Kate, next shot, like let's just try this again. And it was just so bizarre because then
so bizarre.
even later on in the year when we went back a couple other times, I don't know
Yeah,
what it was, but that would happen to you again. It
yeah.
was the weirdest thing. Like it
Because I
was
think the next
crazy.
time I hit it, I had a great shot, and I think I actually birdied the hole. But I
Yeah,
also had to add the
like
six or
5 extra
seven
strokes.
five
Yeah,
extra strokes that I had taken just trying to get it off the
it
damn
was bad.
tee.
It was
So,
rough.
and
It
it
was
was,
a rough.
yeah,
Like
that
the
was a
ladies
rough
is
one.
always fun. That one it was probably one of my least favorites of that we've had. It was a rough one for me a little bit, but
You got to put a little bit in your head, a little frustrated.
yeah, some things occurred that weren't in my favor, but that's
Sure.
okay. And
That's
so,
all
but
right.
we had fun anyways.
We did.
It's always fun.
Listen, we always have fun. Like in the end, we had a great night, had a nice supper, prizes were awesome, great
Yep.
time with
Did you
with the
get closest to
girls.
the line?
That is the third year in a row I've gotten closest to the line.
Yeah.
And on the one fairway, they spray paint a line right down the middle of the fairway. And I think maybe 3 out of the 4 tournaments I've done there, I have won closest to the line. And my ball is literally like maybe 4 inches from the line.
Yeah.
And I don't know how that happens every
It's
year. Like
crazy.
every other time of the year when I'm hitting that specific one, it's never in the middle of the
Never in the
fairway.
middle of the fairway.
Ever.
No. Yeah.
So that was really fun. We had that one, and then we did that one tournament that we did 2 back to back. We did a mixed, and then we went to Thompson. So we went to the Thompson tournament,
Hmm.
and that is 2 and 3/4
2 hours.
hours from our house, almost 3 hours from our house. Decided late that night at 9 o'clock the night before that we were going to go.
Yeah.
Got up at 7 o'clock in the morning to drive there, and we went to that tournament. And how did we fare in that tournament, Ainsley?
We golfed the best round of our life because
We
so
got the
we
best
had
round.
our like our hometown mixed tournament the day before, and some people
I
were out
shot.
golfing like as the tournament was kind of coming to an end. They had the course was still open to the public, and I overheard some guys talking about how they were from Thompson and there was this ladies tournament happening in the same day, and we're like, oh, like that's unfortunate, blah blah blah, or it was supposed to, but they said that it had got canceled and postponed. So we were in the clubhouse. I was like telling my mom, I was like, oh, we should do this.
Little
But
ears perked up.
between the two of us, like, we did not golf well in the mixed tournament.
Oh, my poor
We,
mixed partner was not my husband, and I
I was his
was
partner.
you were a dad's partner, but I was atrocious. I couldn't make a shot to save my
Yeah,
life. So,
it was bad. And so we
it was
didn't have a
bad.
very good game. So we're like, well, let's see how
Yeah,
this goes.
yeah.
So we got to Thompson, and first hole, you birdied it. Did you not?
I birdied the first hole,
We've
and
never
we were
seen the
paired up.
course.
No, never
Like,
seen the course.
didn't know the
We were
people we
paired
were
up with a
with.
couple other ladies, and they were like, "Oh my goodness!" I'm like, "Whoa!" I said, "Do not expect this from me for the entire round, because I'm just as surprised as you are that I
Yeah.
birdied the first hole."
Um, but like we
And
played great because then you parred the
played great.
second hole, I
Par the
believe.
second hole.
Like you were
Yeah,
off to a hot start.
I was off to a good
Um,
start.
but we played the best golf we've ever played. Like
Yes, I
it was
shot
just
the.
it was the most relaxing round of golf, and especially to be like in a competitive state too, where you're like, hey, like yeah, I want to
Yeah,
do good, but at the same time, it was just like the most relaxing round of golf we've ever played. Like not even
it
when I
really
had a
was.
bad shot, I was never like terribly frustrated like I normally would be, and I think maybe it's just because I didn't know these people, so in a way there was no expectations on me for them to know how I play, like when I play good.
Yeah. And they were
Uh,
lovely. They were the
oh
nicest
yes,
2 people, like the nicest 2 ladies. We really enjoyed the day with them. And the course is only a 9 hole course. So we had to go around it twice. And I really liked that because you got like, we had never seen the course before. So then you got played the course once, and then you have a better idea of where you need to shoot to have your ball
yeah,
for the next round. One of the holes you're hitting off the tee blind. So you don't really know, you can't really see where the green is. So
yeah.
we had a better idea. But we had such a great day, and it was a themed. They theme out their
Oh
golf
yeah, they
tournaments.
theme everything. It
So
was bling was the
bling,
theme.
everybody was blinged
So a
out. It
lot of
was
people
so
had
cool.
bedazzled hats and shirts and stuff like that. We didn't because we signed up
Had I had more
less
than
than
12
12
hours
hours.
notice, I would have blinged us out hard, Ainsley, like
But it was a lot
hard.
of fun. It was a very like forgivable course. Like the
Hmm.
trees
It was a
between
fun
fairways
course.
and stuff, like you were able to hit out of, which was nice.
Hmm.
But yeah, we played phenomenally.
I shot the best round I've ever shot in my entire life there.
I had like
And I think you did too,
I
did you
did as
not?
well. Like I have had a round in the past where it was better, but it was like a very fluky round, so I don't really count that because that's not really to my
No,
skill level. So we
we
both
shot a
shot the
solid.
best we'd ever shot. I shot a 91, and you shot a 98.
I shot under 100. I shot a 98, and that
Yeah,
was my goal going in, shoot under 100, and I did, and I was so excited.
it
Now,
was
Ainsley, what did you
huge.
place in the tournament?
I got third place.
Third
I
place,
lost to the second
second
place
place.
person beat me by 1 stroke, and the
Mm-hmm.
first place person only beat me by 5, which I could have easily
You could
recovered
have
those
gained some strokes.
mistakes. Yeah. Um.
So
So yeah,
we'll be back.
I won $100. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Yeah.
But it was so much fun. They did great dinner and prizes, and yeah, we'll definitely be back. They gave us a little
Let's
shout
forget
out.
the
They're
fact of
like, "Oh, here are
how
out of
much
towners."
we were out of towners, and they were
Yep.
very excited that we came.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it was. We'll definitely be back. Like
Oh
it
yeah.
was a lot of fun, and we'll bring more people, and
Definitely.
we'll find out what the theme is, and we will
Yep.
theme that out.
But yeah,
So that'll be
it
good.
was a lot of fun.
It was.
Yeah, it was just so
We,
much fun. I've just never golfed that well before. It was crazy. Absolutely bizarre.
we, yeah, and the most relaxed, which was a lot of fun. It
Yeah.
was really good.
I
And
mean,
then we ended off our season.
you had one bad hole though because they had a hole in one for a car and the pressure was on and mom
I
had to
went
take a
for
couple
it.
off the tee and
I
yeah.
did. I went for it. I wanted that car so bad, and they've got the cars parked right behind you. Like, how do you not go for it? Like, you're like, I was having a good round. I'm like, do I mess up my round or do I go for the car? I went for the car,
Yeah.
and I didn't get
Sometimes you
it.
gotta do what you gotta do.
I didn't get it. Next time, next year. And then we ended off our season. So the men's open at our home club was at the end of the summer, and so Ains and I volunteered to run the beer cart.
Which was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
We had a lot of fun.
So, what did we do, Ainsley?
We dressed up in different
We
costumes.
we costumed up
because
that's how I roll.
What does mom do better? Or that's her thing, is costumes. She's a costume lady, so the night before and a little bit of the morning of, we went through our shed and found costumes.
We did.
So
yeah,
we had
I
costume
literally
changes.
tried to get Ainsley into a full nude suit, like just like a solid like one suit, and it was like a nude color, and she's like, nah. And I'm like, come on.
I couldn't do it, so we went out our first round out. We went just as ourselves, just had some normal clothes on. That was fun, and then we came back inside and we did a costume change, and I dressed up as a bumblebee,
and I dressed up as Fred Flintstone. And so we went out and did another round, which the guys thought that was really hilarious.
Yep. And then we came back inside and we dressed up again. We dressed up as golfers because we only had 3 costumes because I wasn't about to do the nude suit.
What I was doing.
So mom had modified a golf skirt because if you don't know her and her little curling team have these famous big bums.
They're the famous big bums.
They incorporate into every costume they have now that since they used them the first time, and mom has used them on many occasions elsewhere. I have. So she cut the lining of a skirt because if you don't know, golf skirts usually have shorts attached to them. Mm-hmm. So she cut that out and had to put her skirt on over her head because her butt was so big.
Yes. So these big bums are basically cotton batting that are put into like the little hats that you wear like when you're having
like a hairnet almost.
Hairnet. And so they're like these 2 big round bums, and I have these like peach colored or kind of like nude colored leggings. Now they are insulated leggings because generally I wear them curling, not when I'm on the golf course and it's like 28, 29 degrees Celsius out there. It was so hot. I was so hot. So Ainsley, we're in the bathroom and Ainsley is like stuffing her bums into the back of my...
We're in this little bathroom, and here I am, shoving stuff down my mom's pants to give her a big booty.
And I'm like, Ainsley, make sure that they're matching and that they're equal and stuff like that. So we have that, and then we purchased these thongs. I think they're like a 5X thong or a 6X thong. I don't know, they're massive. So I put that on, and then I put my golf skirt on. Well, my golf skirt wouldn't even pull down all the way over the bum, which was the point, so that, of course, you can see.
And I just wore the same outfit, but I'm a little more modest. You know,
I
I'm
don't
trying
know.
to save my
Um,
innocence.
and let's
But there's
just
not much to
say,
save when this is your mother. But
and my son's out there. My son and my husband are out there
yep,
golfing, and here I come with my big bum.
big bet.
And let's just say we got rave reviews. We got
Oh
rave
yeah.
reviews with
Even
the big bum.
people like just from town who were at the clubhouse eating, they were like, "Oh my god, Jen, like
Yeah,
your
yeah,
ass."
it was awesome.
A lot
I was
of
like, I'm not sure.
butt pats,
What about Pat's? There was
little
a few
booty slaps.
photos.
Yep.
It
The
was
guys loved it.
it
They
was hilarious. They
absolutely
just
loved it. We'd
laughed.
be like waiting at the end of a hole for them, and she'd be like bent over the beer cart, like, "Oh, what can I get for you?" And it'd take them a
And
minute, and then they'd like do like a double take. They're like, "Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god."
and listen, they all know me, so this is
Oh yeah.
not surprising the least. They're like, guys, this was awesome. And we actually had some golfers. They weren't beveraging that day because they had to work that night, but they went ahead and tipped us
They
just
tipped
because of
us
all
for
the
costume
costume changes.
changes.
Yeah, for
Yep,
costume
they
changes.
were just buying like Pepsis, and so the Pepsi was like $3, and so he gave me a 10, and he was like, "Oh, like just give me a 5." I was like, "Are you sure? Like it's a Pepsi?" And then he like saw it. He's like, "Are you guys like? Do you guys keep changing?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Just keep the $7." He's like, "That's for the costume changes." I was like, "Oh, thank you."
So, needless to say, so Ainsley, I didn't take the tips. Ainsley took the tips. She's a struggling student, which is fine.
Yeah, struggling. I think we made over $100 in tips. It was
You
a good
made
day.
over
Yeah, I
We had
made.
a great time. So it was a lot of fun to do that. Everybody were really good sports about it.
Yeah.
Next year I'm going to have to break out some new costumes because I think we have also said that's going to have to be a
Oh yeah,
standing thing that we
definitely.
do
Yeah,
is
we'll
the
have to
big
buy
bum.
some like golf themed costumes. Like we need
Oh
to get
my
like a tee and
gosh.
like a ball.
Right.
Imagine. It was a
I
lot of
love it.
fun though. Yeah, lots of photos. Everyone's like, "Oh, this is so awesome!" Like we love
Make
this,
it
and they
fun.
like the one person guy. He took it so he could put it on like the golf club Facebook page. Like, "Oh, look at our beer cart ladies."
Yeah,
It was a lot of fun. It
it
was
was
a
a lot
good
of
way
fun.
to like end the
Yeah.
like golf tournament season.
It really was. It really, really was.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of fun. Now, I did say in a previous episode that my husband and I were going to do glow golf, but that actually fell through. We had family come in for the weekend, so we had to forego that. But I did hear it was a lot of fun and really successful. They had like 3 times the amount of people
Yeah, I
that
saw
they had
lots
the
of
year.
photos and videos that looked really,
Yeah.
really cool.
So I'll have to hit up that. Have to hit that up next summer.
Yeah, I would love
So,
to try that.
anyways,
I haven't tried it yet because they run it in September when it's dark enough
they
out,
do.
and so I'm never
Yeah.
there. But I would
Yeah.
love to try that.
But if you're a man in northern Manitoba and you want to come and golf and you want to see some pretty funny costumes next year,
Yep,
sign up for the
we'll
men's
be
tournament.
there. Come
And
mid-August, we'll be on that golf course.
I think we might need to theme the ladies for next year too,
I
because
think we should.
it was really neat to see everybody themed out when we went to that other tournament. It was great.
Yeah,
So,
it was a good
yeah,
summer for golf.
it was a good summer.
It was a
Yes.
good summer for golf. Because
Yeah.
we also just a quick note, we also golfed in Flin Flon once. Didn't golf
Yeah, we
great.
did.
That was right before my colonoscopy, which I have not talked about yet. So I'll just give you a quick little blip about that because I promise people it was
Yes, you
an
did.
experience. I don't recommend it if you
What
can
was
avoid that.
worse? Was taking the liquid drink the night before worse than the colonoscopy or no?
It's hard for me to say because personally my colonoscopy was quite painful in comparison to what I've heard from other
Oh,
people. It was very painful. They did not give me enough drugs, and it was very rude of them. Um, but it is what it is.
it's
But
like, give me the drugs.
the drink is awful. And so my grandparents, they've both have recently had colonoscopies, and they just had to drink 2 cups of this little packet, and that was it. And it does the
You
exact
had
same thing.
like
And I
a
had to drink a
jug.
4-liter jug of this terrible tasting stuff, and I had
She
to
was
drink it
gagging.
a cup of it every 15 minutes over the span of 4 hours. Like it was horrible. And it when you have to go, that thing makes you go. Like, ho. There was a few close calls where like you just can't control it, and I was sprinting to the bathroom.
I love
Um,
it.
the
So
prep
much
was
sympathy over here.
definitely worse. Like the procedure itself was very, very painful, but the prep was awful. Like I couldn't eat for 24 hours leading up to it, and then my appointment, which was at 10:30, I didn't go until
Oh yeah,
2,
it
so
was
I like was
postponed.
fasting way longer than I technically had to. Um, and it was quite cruel. Like we'd stayed at friends' houses the night before, like 2 nights before technically. And so the morning of, Mom and I stayed at 2 different friends' houses in Cranberry where we used to live. So the morning of, my friend had to go to work, so I drove over to the friend's house Mom was at, and they made freaking chocolate chip pancakes, and I couldn't eat them. Just sitting right in front of me, so everyone's eating them, and then there was just one lonely one in the middle of the table, just looking at me. And if I had known my appointment wasn't going to be till 2, I would have ate it. But it was what it was. We went to Flin Flon, went golfing. Yep. It wasn't the greatest round because I was running on fumes and we had to walk the course. It was a rough one, but yeah.
Walk the course too. Oh my gosh.
That colonoscopy, I don't recommend it. Everyone I've talked to, they're either completely out or they don't feel anything. I was very, very awake and could feel everything. It was a very unfortunate situation. I was just in a little fetal position with this camera up my butt. And then they asked me to roll over and it felt like someone was stabbing me from my insides. I was like, no. So they gave me more medicine. The drugs did not kick in. So it was what it was. I crushed half a Subway sandwich afterwards and a Domino's pizza. I said, screw the gluten because I'm gluten-free. And I demolished it. After they told me I had to eat easily digestible foods after my procedure.
No, she went for the hardcore stuff.
I was so hungry. I was like, I was tired of my Jell-O and Gatorade.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
But yeah, it had to be done. I'm sure I'll have another one in the future, unfortunately.
Everything is fine, just so you're aware. Ainsley is
I'm A-okay.
Fine.
I'm thriving. A-okay. But it was quite the experience, and I definitely don't recommend it.
To be on the other side. Very entertaining.
Yeah. I was emptied for days. That's all I have to say. The paper they gave me was like, if in a couple days, if you haven't had a bowel movement, please contact the doctor. And I wasn't too concerned about it, but it was like 4 days and there was nothing coming out of me. Like that jug of whatever, like it emptied me. Like I would sit there and I would try and there was just, it was nothing. I was flushed out. That is for sure.
Oh, awesome.
But
awesome, Ainsley.
Yeah, everything's good. I'm all healthy.
Cleaned out now.
Yeah, I was cleaned out.
Cleaned out now.
Got rid of all those bad toxins. Yep.
Starting fresh.
But yeah, that's just my little blip for the end of this.
Well, that's awesome. I'm glad. Yes, everything is fine. So that's good. And life goes on.
Yep.
So that's a little bit about our golf this summer. We just want to thank you for listening to the Second Saturday podcast yet again. You guys are awesome.
You keep coming back and we appreciate it. So please keep coming back. We need you to. We really don't, but like we do. We just, come on guys. But yeah, make sure you like and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, then something's really wrong with you. If you haven't liked, then something's really, really wrong with you. And comment. I love reading the comments and seeing what people would rather do.
Yes.
It's amazing. And then I love when like family or people we know comment and they're like, oh, because they know more about us than what we've like stated. And they're like, I don't think so. And they like call us out. I love that. So yeah, make sure you just interact. I'm telling you, this is the place to be on a Sunday, okay? If you're anywhere else, it's not acceptable.
It's not acceptable.
No. Rude.
Not acceptable. Rude. Super rude.
Super rude.
Super rude. Super rude. Super rude.
Super rude.
Okay. Super rude. Here we go. All right. We're signing off for now. We will see you next Sunday.
Yep.
Ciao.
Bye.